Today, let's dive into everything we know about Genshin Impact's version 5.3 update. This patch is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in a long time, with a ton of new characters, events, rewards, skins, and even gameplay mechanics. Whether you're saving for new banners, hyped for free characters, or just eager to see what's in store with the Lantern Rite, there's a lot to break down. Let's go over all the details. The first phase of this patch will feature not one, but two brand new characters, Mavuika and Citlali. This is an unusual move from HoYoverse, as they typically release only one new character per phase and pair them with a rerun. Having two new characters in a single phase is a huge treat for players, but also makes decisions much tougher, especially for F2P players. Mavuika stands out as the first Archon designed to be a main DPS. Her kit revolves around massive AoE Pyro damage and powerful elemental reactions, setting her apart from the support-focused kits of previous Archons. She excels at dealing huge amounts of damage, with her burst capable of reaching up to massive vaporize damage at C0 with the right team. Her elemental skill creates a Pyro-infused zone that deals consistent AoE damage, making her great for clearing mobs. However, she relies heavily on strong support characters like Bennett, Furina, or Xilonen to shine. Without them, her damage might feel underwhelming. Mavuika's unique bike mechanic is also a highlight, adding an interesting element to exploration in Natlan. It allows her to cover ground quickly, but it's not without its flaws. The bike struggles on certain terrains, like water or elevated areas, and the fuel gauge limits how long you can use it, which some players might find restrictive. While she's an excellent choice as a Pyro main DPS, she's not ideal as a sub-DPS. Characters like Xilonen or Bennett are still better for that role. Citlali, on the other hand, is a game-changing support character, especially for melt teams. She synergizes perfectly with Pyro DPS characters like Mavuika, boosting their damage significantly. Her burst buffs team damage and reduces enemy resistance, while her shield offers decent protection. However, her real value comes from enabling reactions and amplifying team DPS, rather than just tanking hits. She's a must-have for players building melt-focused teams, and her smooth synergy with Mavuika makes her a tempting pull for many. The second phase of the patch is equally exciting, featuring reruns of Chlorinde and Archon, two of the most popular characters from Fontaine. Chlorinde is an electro DPS with a sleek, stylish playstyle, while Archon has been one of the most hyped characters since her release. For players who missed them during their original banners, this is a great opportunity to add them to your roster. With such stacked banners in both phases, deciding where to spend your Primogems is going to be a challenge. Adding to the buzz, there's a rumor about a potential change to the banner system starting in this update. Allegedly, all new character banners will remain active for the entire patch duration, while reruns will only appear in the second phase. If true, this would give players more time to pull for new characters while making the rerun schedule more predictable. However, this is unconfirmed, so take it with a grain of salt until HoYoverse officially announces something. Now, let's talk about the free characters. Version 5.3 will introduce 3 new characters, and one of them, Lantern, will be available for free during the Lantern Rite event. Lantern is the first Anemo shielder in the game, adding a new layer of utility to the Anemo element. Players will also receive a Liyue character selector, allowing you to choose any Liyue character for free. Lantern will be included in this lineup, making her an easy addition to your roster without spending any Primogems. If you don't want her, you can grab constellations for other Liu characters instead. But that's not all. Recent patterns suggest that we might get a second free character in this patch, separate from the Lantern Rite rewards. If this happens, version 5.3 would become one of the most generous patches ever, offering 2 free characters alongside the other exciting content. The main event of May 3rd will feature a Tetris-inspired gameplay mode, adding a fresh twist to the usual event formula. On top of that, 2 new winter-themed skins are coming, one for Xiangling and one for Hu Tao. Xiangling's skin will be free, which is great news for players who use her as a reliable sub-DPS. Hu Tao's skin will likely be a premium item, but it's sure to be a hit among her fans. Unfortunately, there's no news about skins for Yelan or Zhongli yet, though many players were hoping for updates there. Another major highlight is the expansion of the double reward system. Previously limited to talent books and boss materials, this system will now include artifacts and weapon ascension materials. This is a huge quality of life improvement, making farming much more efficient and less time-consuming. With all this content, version 5.3 is shaping up to be one of the most exciting updates yet. From Mavuika and Citlali's banners to the return of Clorinda and Arlecchino, there's something for everyone. Plus, with generous rewards, exciting events, and quality of life improvements, there's never been a better time to jump into the game. What are you most excited about? Are you pulling for Mavuika or Citlali, or are you saving for the reruns? Who will you pick from the Liu character selector? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any updates. This patch is going to be massive, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts.